All right, so here's how you do the rock data table assignment. What you're going to want to do is you're going to open up this Google Sheets assignment right here, and then you're going to get something that looks just like this. So it has the roll number on the top left, the station number, the station name, and then what happened. So what do we do here? You're also going to open up this assignment right here, the Google Slides, and it'll look like this. And it has 11 slides, all with the different slide numbers on it, as well as the station names, and what you need to do. So you're just going to pick a random one that you want to start at. You can start at 1, you can start at 4, whatever you want to start at. Maybe it makes sense to start at one of the types of rocks. So we'll say that we'll start at station 4. All right, so if we pick that one, I'm going to then fill this in right here. So for my roll number 1, I'll say it's station 4. We'll say that the station is igneous rock. And now it says what happened. So to find out what happened, I'm going to roll a die. So you can just physically roll a die and figure out what happens with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or what I can do is I can just type in roll dice into Google, and it gives me an option here. So I'm just going to roll a die right here, and it tells me it's a 2. So now I'm going to look over here, and it says 2 says to go to weathering and erosion. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to log that, and I'll say go to weathering and erosion. Okay, so now that I wrote that down, it's time for me to find weather and erosion on here. So I kind of scroll down until I get to, here we go, station 11 is weather and erosion. So I will log that here, 11, weathering and erosion. If it's like not fitting, you can resize this at any point to make it fit a little bit better. Okay, so now I will roll the die again to figure out what I do next. So we're gonna roll dice, let's roll it. And we get a 4. So what does it tell me for 4? You are still weathering and eroding. Stay where you are. So I will go here and I will write stay where you are. Or you can just write stay if you want to save some time. I'll write the same information out here. And I will see if I will continue here or not by continue enrolling. And you're going to want to keep doing this until you get to, I don't know, about 20 to 25 of them through. All right. And then you have enough data to complete the second part. So I'm just going to take a sample rock one over here. Here's like a possible path right here you can have. Okay, so I have about 22 right here. So now I'm going to take this information and I'm going to complete, when I'm done, this Google Doc. It tells you to list the total number of visits to this station. So for compaction and cementation, I would take my information right here. I'll count them up. 1, 2. Did I ever go there again? No, I did not. So I would only write down 2 for that one. So I'd write down 2. If there was 0 times that I went there, I'd write down 0. And I'd just keep going all the way down. It's a total number of stations visited altogether. Now, the answer must be 11 or less, right? Because there's 11 total stations on here. So I would go through and I would just see all the different ones that I went through, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would find out the ones that I went to, right? This is probably data is a little bit off because it's perfectly in order, but it doesn't really matter on that one. The numbers should be pretty random as you go through, okay? And you would just count them all up. You write them down. So let's say that I went to 9 out of the 11 stations. I would write that down right there. Maybe 2 of them I didn't. Which stations did you visit more than 3 times? It is not uncommon for somebody to be stuck at the same station for 10 times or more. That's happened before. Totally fine. This is pretty self-explanatory for 4, 6, and 7. How many different turns or roll of the dice did you have? You would go to this data right here, and you would go down to the bottom to find out, okay, it was 22 different times. And then you would write that one down over here. So 22 would go here, not for this question. As we go down to the next one, did you get stuck for more than 8 turns in any particular station? You would write that down. How long did it take for your rock to move to the rock cycle? So this one, you would say, so again, how long did it take your rock to move through? Each roll of the dice is a turn, and each turn is equal to 200,000 years. So if we look at our sample over here, it says that we went through 22 times. So if that's the case 22 times, we will then multiply that 22 times 200,000. And our answer that we get is this, 440,000. So we take this number and we go, here we go, here we go. And now we have 4.4 million, or 4,400,000. That would be our answer right there, which kind of just shows that, of course, it can happen for quite a long time. it's millions of years, not a very short period of time. And then it says, is there more than one way to travel through the rock cycle? I'll let you figure that part on your own. I think you know what the answer is, but I would like for you to explain it. And then that's how you do this stuff. Okay, so good luck on that. I hope that this explanation was more helpful.